Hey guys, Coach Literal here to talk a little cross country. Hard to believe, we just had the state track meet June 10th, so some of our track kids just wrapping up about 2 weeks ago from tonight actually, and we're just a little over 2 weeks away from the cross country season starting. So wanted to send out a message here tonight, get some information out, some high level things, some dates, some important dates coming up before the dead period starts. Dead period starts tomorrow. It runs June 25th to July 9th. So that's set by the state, so coaches aren't to communicate with their athletes or things like that. Can't have practices, things like that during the dead period. So it gives an opportunity for the kids to get a break from their coaches and things like that. So wanted to go and get some communication out tonight. I had texted the athletes today some important things, and I'll kind of recap those here. All the athletes received a summer training plan. Those that ran track had to take off a couple weeks. After the track season, you always take off 2 weeks of rest from running. So some of those guys are just now finishing up that rest and are starting back. But your kids should have that. And if they have any questions over the dead period, I would encourage them to contact Connor or Bryant. But I think it's pretty self-explanatory. But certainly want to have them ready to hit the ground running on July 12th. And July 12th is our first practice. So middle school and high school practice 6 to 7:45 on July 12th. And if there's anybody out there that still wants to join us but didn't sign up, it's not too late. You can come the first week of practice and still sign up for middle school and high school. Should make a note that the elementary team they don't start until August. So no rush there on elementary runners. Of course, we did we do have a new elementary cross country coach this year. I've done it for the last 7 or 8 years, and it has been challenging to do both elementary and middle school, high school in the same season because they just really can't practice together. So looking forward to having Miss Browning on board as the cross country elementary coach. And having an elementary teacher, because I was not an elementary teacher. I was middle school, high school, and I will be the first to admit that I always didn't connect real well to those younger kids. Fifth, sixth grade is kind of my cutoff there. So looking forward and thinking it'll be beneficial to have an elementary teacher, helping run that program. But so anyway, anyone that wants to join, 6th through 12th grade coming out that first week, we really need some middle school kids. We had 7 or 8 high school kids sign up. We had a big jump in elementary from last year. Last year we had 2. We've had 10 elementary kids sign up. But only 1 middle school kid. So, we'll take anybody, but certainly would like to get a few more middle school kids to join us. So July 12th, first practice, middle school, high school. The next important date is July 20th. Each year we're supposed to have a runner-parent meeting. Each team is supposed to have one. We didn't have one last year because of COVID, but that meeting is July 20th at 6 o'clock. So I tried to schedule it. We have practice that day at 6:30, so parents don't have to make a special trip. They can come, bring their kids to the meeting, and then the kids can just stay there. They'll already be there for practice. So we'll probably meet in the cafeteria, I would say, but please mark that down. Unless there's a family that's out of town on vacation or something, we really need each family to be in attendance at that meeting, or at least one person, or I'd say one adult from each family there in attendance. Of course, we'll go over the rules and the ethics forms. We'll go over some other things. We'll probably touch on the schedule. Probably won't have it ready to give out yet, but honestly, I would feel pretty confident with rolling my schedule out today. Usually at this point in the summer, it's not even close. Might be halfway done sometimes, but it's pretty much finished. Now, that doesn't mean it's finished in draft form. I'll say that. That doesn't mean things can't change, but it's pretty good to go. A lot of schools have already put their meets out. It is possible there's some other schools that'll have meets and they haven't posted them yet, but so far I like what we've got down. Tried to schedule a couple, big meets, a little bit of a tougher schedule. We feel like we're going to have the team that can go in and compete some places. So we want to challenge ourselves this year, and looking forward to to sharing that schedule with our kids and with our families and supporters. One thing I will go ahead and note, and again, this could change because the schedule's not final, but This is a much more traditional cross-country schedule, particularly compared to what our track schedule was. We had a lot of weeknight meets in track, which was kind of odd. But this is a very dominant Saturday schedule, as most cross-country seasons and schedules are. From August 21st through October 30th, first meet being August 21st, state meet being October 30th. We have only one Saturday off in there, so I think that's sometime in September right now. So most of our meets are on the weekends, and then we only have a couple of Tuesday or Saturday or weekday meets. Sorry, don't know the exact days of those weekday meets, but most of our dates are down. Like I said, they still could change, or we could swap a meet out. But we don't know when the Buffalo Trace is. We have an idea. We don't know where the region's going to be. I haven't heard where the state meet is going to be, but we pretty much know when those are going to be. So anyway, looking forward to getting that out and finalizing that. Normally we give a week off, or normally we try to give a weekend off around fall break, and it just didn't happen this year for a couple reasons. One, the Meet of Champions is the second weekend of fall break, and that's a pretty big meet we want to go to. Anticipating having a good team back this year. We want to go see what we can do there. But the first weekend, and that's the date I really need parents to mark, and that is October 9th. That is the Area 7 Championship. The Area 7 it's a league meet. It's a pretty big league. I think I counted up there are 26 high schools in this league. And so that's a big meet. And, Augusta is going to host that this year. We were supposed to host it last year, but we were able to defer till this year because of COVID. And we're going to be able to host that at Mason County's facility. So that's really exciting. A lot of good schools in that. We're kind of the furthest west. It goes kind of down south towards Montgomery, all the way east to Ashland, Russell, Greenup County, those areas, even down towards the West Virginia border a little bit. It's not a guarantee, that everyone will come, but we certainly are looking forward to hosting that. This will be a big fundraising opportunity for the athletic department. As you all know, we only have one account at Augusta. It's just we don't have individual sport accounts. We just have one athletic department. All the teams are supposed to help contribute to that, and this will be a big fundraiser for the athletic department. It's going to take about 30 people to run. So Coach Henson, Coach Kelch, they already know about it. They were really on board with us hosting because we could have passed it up, but this could be a few $1,000s for the athletic department. So they know this is going to be an athletic department wide fundraiser. We're going to rely on going to have parents from other teams, other sports, because we just don't have enough parents to run it by ourselves. But certainly we'll need our parents to have all hands on deck there on that October 9th. And we're excited for the opportunity to host that. We want to make it a really nice meet, sort of a first-class meet. We want it to run smoothly. We've never hosted a cross-country meet before, but we're looking forward to hosting this one and giving the teams that attend a good experience. So certainly keep October 9th there. We'll really need all the parents to jump in and help us out there. Reminder about sports physicals as we get ready to start practices back. Athletes do have to have an up-to-date sports physical. So if your kid's physical is expiring, a lot of them expire in July or August, go ahead and find out when that is and go and get your doctor's appointment made. We don't want any kids to have to sit out, miss a practice or two because their physical is expired. So if you can go ahead and find out when that is and schedule your appointment, that'd be great. Sometimes the school will host sports physicals there in the gym, and I haven't heard if we're going to be able to do that or not yet this year. So if I hear anything, of course, I'll pass that along. But just go ahead and have that in the back of your mind that we want to make sure that all of our sports physicals are good and up to date and, ready for that. So I think that's going to do it for tonight. I just wanted to pass along a few important things, go over a few high-level things as we approach the season, get some little bit of information out there, and I'm excited to start. Obviously, we ended last season on an incredibly exciting note, and that has sparked a lot of enthusiasm. I think it sparked a lot of things for our track season, and I feel like it's going to carry over here, obviously, now back into cross-country season. And we certainly made some history last year, and we don't want to rest on our heels. We want to take another step forward and look to have another history-making year and go a little even higher this year. So looking forward to the season getting started here on July 12th. Hope to see everybody then, and enjoy the dead period. Take care.